Welcome students to class 5th. We'll start with our next chapter of social studies. Before that, you complete your all the notes of earlier chapters. So let's start with the new chapter. What is the name of the chapter? Means of transport. So what we will be understanding in this chapter? Needs of means of transport, major railway routes of the world, disadvantages of modern means of transport, then use of roadways and major sea routes. Students, in earlier class, you may have gone through the means of transport. In this chapter, we will be elaborating the same. So let's start with introduction. Before the invention of the wheel, men used animals as means of transport. The invention of the wheel was a great event in the history of transport. Transport play an important role in the growth and development of country. Nowadays, we have very fast, powerful and highly effective means of transport. So, what does that mean? That before the invention of the wheel, we were using animals as the means of transport. That means to travel from one place to another, we are using animals like bull, ox, all these horses we are using for means of transportation purposes. But now as transportation has gone through a development, we are having a very fast, powerful and effective means of transport, and this fast means of transport have made it possible and make our life easy. The world has become a small place now. These modern means of transport carry a much larger load over long distances in far less time than ever before. So the world has become very small place as the transportation system has developed. Before we think whether we have to if we have to take even a single thing, we have to think over that how we will carry it and move from one place to another. But the development of transportation system has made it easy. So now let's start with this is the introduction. So the transportation system can be categorized into three. What are they? Land, water and air transport. It can be divided in three parts. What are they? Land, water and air transport. You can look at the pictures. Train, aeroplane, seaport and roadways. In this chapter we will be elaborating all the four main means of transport. So let's start with the roadways. Have you ever heard about roadways? Yes, of course. What did you first remember? Road. Now you can see that there are proper roads of coal, tar and concrete. But earlier what happened? When there was starting, that means the earliest road were made by clearing the trees and putting mud and stone. Let's read the text first. The earliest roads were made by clearing the path by removing hedge tree. They were narrow roads made of stone and mud. They had a rough surface and were called kacha roads. Such roads are mostly found in rural areas. Nowadays, we have pakka roads which are made by using coal tar, concrete, etc. Road rollers are used to strengthen these roads. There is a vast network of pakka or metal roads in every part of the world. They can carry volumes of fast moving traffic. That means they are saying that in the initial starting point there were roads they were making with mud and stone, but slowly what happened? Slowly they got a idea about making roads by using coal and tar and concrete and making it strengthened by road rollers. You can look at the picture. The flyovers are made with concrete and strengthened by road rollers. The development of automobiles have led to the improvement of roads. Long roads on which automobiles runs very fast without taking a turn are called highways. So, as the development of automobiles, or what do you mean by automobiles? Means the vehicles we are using. So, the use of the development of automobiles which has leads to the improvement of roads. Now, every single person is having a car. So, as the development of automobile took place, what happened? There was an improvement of roads. Long roads were made. So, what will be the net result? Means the long roads helps to avoid traffic. These roads have 4 to 5 lanes on each side of a smooth flow of traffic moving at different speeds. These types of roads do not have cuts and curves so that the vehicle moving on them maintain their speed and move long distance without stopping. So, what is the main purpose for making highways, freeways and expressways? To avoid traffic, and the particular vehicle can maintain its speed and move a long distance without stopping. Within the country, all the towns, villages and cities are linked with each other by a vast network of roads. Our country has a good network of road which connects us to our neighboring countries. So, what description they are giving about road? That the roadways has connected the country with all its towns, villages and cities, and also to our neighboring countries. What are the names? Pakistan, Nepal, China, Bhutan, Bangladesh and Myanmar. In India, we have many highways which connects major cities of the country, and we have also listened about highways. That particular highway connects to big cities. So, in India, we have many highways which connects major cities of the country. Now, Golden Quadrilateral Road System connects Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai and Kolkata. Do you know? Grand Trunk Road or GT Road is the longest road in India. Which is the longest road in India? GT Road, or we can say Grand Trunk Road. It is built by, who built it? It is built by Sher Shah Suri. And where it runs? It runs between Kolkata in India and Peshawar in Pakistan. That means it is connecting to our neighboring country. Which is the longest route? Grand Trunk Road. So, with this, we have known much about the roadways. Now, let's go through the railways. It is another important major means of transport system. Railways. Trains are the most popular means of transport in India. Almost now in every city it is available. Means transportation system is most popular means of transport. They are very useful for carrying heavy goods over long distances. They are very convenient to travel to far off places. That means it is very convenient to move from one part of the country to the another part of the country. So, it is so. Now, let's go through the starting of how the railway system was introduced. The development of a railway begins with the invention of the steam engine. It was invented by James Watt. Very soon, it was used to run the trains. Initially, coal was used to produce steam, but nowadays we use petrol, diesel and electricity to run trains. The trains run on the iron rails. So, how was the starting development of railway system was? It was through the invention of steam engine. Who invented the steam engine? James Watt. And through coal they used to produce the steam. Later on what happened? We were using petrol, diesel and electricity to run trains. The speed and capacity of a train to carry loads or goods is enhanced by construction of multiple tracks and installation of modern signaling system. So, how is the development took place? Means that in a speed and capacity increased of the rail by the installation of model signaling system and construction of multiple tracks. Use of computers in railways for reservation and management has increased the output of the railways. Railways have helped in the growth and development of industries in many parts of the world. They carry raw materials from mines and farms to factories and finished goods to town. And so how a railway helps in the development of industries? It can carry its raw material from mines to farms and to factories, and finished goods are, as the raw material is carried to industries, they process it and the finished good is produced. Then again railways only help, then railway help in the again the loading and unloading of goods and raw materials. So all this have lead a very helpful hand towards the industries. Some luxurious trains like the Palace on Wheels and the Royal Orient has also been introduced. So some luxurious types of trains are also introduced for rich peoples, as they have a tendency, they have a passion to travel in luxurious trains. So two trains were also introduced, that were Palace on Wheels and the Royal Orient. These are the two trains. You can look at the picture given below. It is a luxurious train. In India, railways were introduced by the British in 1853. The first train ran from Mumbai to Thane. Today, India has the largest network of railways in Asia and the second largest in the world. It has trains which have speeds of over 120 km per hour. Shatabdi and Rajdhani are two of the fastest trains. There is a proposal to start bullet trains in India in near future. Bullet trains have a speed over 300 km per hour. The first bullet train will run between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. That means now we will understanding about the introduction of railway system in India. Who introduced railway system in India? It was introduced by the Britishers in the year 1853, and the first train that ran from Mumbai to Thane. But now today India is having the largest network of the railways in Asia and second in the whole world. And what is the speed of the train? It is over 120 km per hour. And which are the two trains, fastest trains of India? That are Shatabdi and Rajdhani. You may have heard. There is a proposal to start bullet train in India in near future. And what is the new invention that is coming? That is about the bullet train. It is about to start in a near future. What will be the speed of bullet train? It will be over 300 km per hour. And what is the route? Route will be between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. The construction of the corridor begins on 14 September 2017. So construction of the corridor began on 14 September 2017 as per schedule, and the first bullet train is scheduled to leave for first run on 15th August 2022. And when the starting of running the bullet train will be? It is scheduled on 15th August 2022. So, what is the whole introduction about the railway system is? How it started. Before, it was invented by the James Watt. Then, firstly it was steam engine. Using coal they used to produce steam. Later on there was development, so there comes petrol, diesel and electricity. Trains were introduced and slowly development took place. This is the world map for rail routes. You can look at the map. In India, just look at the picture. So what we have read, that in the Asia, India is the largest railway system, and in the world it is the second largest. Just go through the map. Then we will move further. Europe and North America has a dense network of railway more than anywhere else in the world. So where is a dense network of railway? That is in Europe and North America. Okay, can look at the map also. Countries like China and parts of South America, Africa and Australia do not have enough railway to meet the needs of the people, and very less in, that means not even the needs of people can be fulfilled. That is in China, South America, Africa and Australia. And US and Canada, many trains connect eastern coast to the western coast, and these are called transcontinental railways. Japan, Germany and France have some of the fastest train in the world, running at more than 400 km per hour. So which is the train which is having the fastest train in the world? That is in from Japan, Germany and France. And one name of the train is also given. What is the speed? 400 km per hour. TGV of France is the fastest train in the world. Which is the fastest train? You must remember TGV. Okay. Full form is also written. It is the high speed train which is having more than 400 km per hour. Another important term in railway is metro. What do you mean by metro? An underground or elevated railway system running within a city. So in this type of railway system, the rails means the metro. It is running within a city. You can look at the picture. Have you ever heard about metro cities? Many times you have heard about metro cities. So let's know about the metro cities of India. In India, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, Gurugram, Jaipur, Mumbai, Lucknow and Bengaluru has a metro system. These are the metro cities of India. And in the world, London, New York, Tokyo, Moscow, etc. have the metro system. So this is all about the metro system. It is again a part of a railway system. Now let's go through the waterways, another means of transport. About 2/3 of the earth's surface is covered with water. This water provides a continuous link with the land masses on earth. So in early time, the means of water transport were raft and boats. Then comes the sailboat, which were pushed by the wind. Steam engine, when fitted with these boats, helps them to move faster and carry more goods. These are called ships. Today, we have a very big ships that carry people and cargo from one continent to another. These ships provide all type of comforts and facilities to their passengers. So this is all about waterways. That how it started. It is started with the rafts and boats. Then comes the sails boats. Then as the steam engine was fitted, then it is called as the ships. And now we are having very big ships that can carry even cargo and people from one continent to another. Do you know an ocean liner is a ship which has air conditioned cabins, cinemas and restaurant. This is to boost your general knowledge. You must know them. You can look at the picture also. Waterways. Different boats are there. So the development of rail, what we have read about railway, waterway and roadway. Waterway were cheaper than other means of transport. So which is the cheapest mode of transport? That is waterways. We don't require building of tracks and roads. Yes, they only need port for loading and unloading. But only the shortcoming is that it is slow in the speed. It is the slowest means of transport but the cheapest means of transport. Just go through the map. You can see all the seaports. And in the picture also you can see a cargo ship is going, carrying all the cargo from one seaport to another. Now let's know the major sea routes. What are they? The North Atlantic route, the Suez Canal route. So these are the two. One more is there. First read the two. The North Atlantic route, it links Western Europe and North America, and it is the busiest sea route in the world. Then second is the Suez Canal route. It links Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea. This canal was built in 1869, and this canal has considered reduce the time taken to go to England from India. So what happened previously what happened? It takes 6 months to travel to England because the Suez Canal route was not introduced. But as it was built in 1869, now it takes only 2 weeks to reach England. That is only through the Suez Canal route. We are understanding about the major routes. Don't get confused. It is a part of waterways. Some of the major sea routes are as below. You should know about this routes. That is North Atlantic route, the Suez Canal route. Then another important is the Panama Canal route. The Panama Canal route joins the Atlantic Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. It is opened in 1914. Earlier, ship has to go via Cape Horn. This route took a very long time. Now it takes just 8 hours to reach the Pacific Ocean. So with the introduction of this route, what happened? It just takes 8 hours to reach Pacific Ocean from Atlantic Ocean. It was introduced in 1914. In India, Ganga, Brahmaputra are used as inland waterways. In India, these two rivers were used as inland waterways. The lagoons of Kerala are also used for navigation, and Huanghu in China, Rhine and Danube in Europe, Nile and Congo in Africa, and Amazon in South America. So all this is just to boost your general knowledge. You must remember about. We'll learn further in our next video.